And welcome to episode 18 of Alternate Future of the World. Let's get into it. And if you haven't watched the last episode, go watch that now. Because if you don't, you'll literally have no idea why this map looks like this. So, let's start World War 5 and all the people left. So firstly, the Germanic Empire, also known as Allenstein, will be continuing their invasion of the Austrian painter. And the Austrian painter has unalived himself again. And he'll be pushing into Caesar's territory, which has somehow survived, and he will also take out all of Poland. And then he will start an operation into the Iberian Peninsula in order to attempt they would take the entire thing. But the thing is, this map is coast, so the Americans will be sending the biggest navy in the world over here to attempt and blockade them from the rest of the Americas. And it goes successfully. But the thing is, Switzerland is an impenetrable force, so they will be just kind of doing that. Yeah. And Alex Einstein will be continuing his expeditions throughout here, as he will be fully taking over the Caesar Empire, and will be starting his invasion of Russia. His invasion of Russia goes extremely successful, as he will be attempting to take out the entire continent of Europe, and eventually he defeats Switzerland. And slowly over time, Russia will be in an interesting scenario. They're kind of isolated from the rest. And while these episodes will be pretty short, whilst Alex Einstein will be eventually going ahead and slowly making his advances throughout Russia. If you don't know the backstory, I'll explain it. So, Alex Einstein realized he was behind all this, and he decided to contribute to it. And he decides to get revenge for the German Empire from World War I, and he might want to bring it back. He finds his machines in Warsaw and takes them. And eventually, he will storm past Russia, and with a bunch of Napoleons, with his Napoleon army, and will be taking out Russia. But the thing is, all of the U.S. Navy, which is gigantic, is surrounding the entire thing. Yeah, that's something. But he will be able to make a landing into the Middle Eastern area, which would go successfully, as all of this area in Turkey is able to be pushed back. But Europe is an impenetrable force, so all the fighting is going on over in this area. And what's going on is in Turkey, as the Middle Eastern people are attempting to fight for them, civilians are rising up in order to attempt and take over the world, try to fight for their countries, fight for their planet, fight for their freedom against the German Empire. But it won't be successful, as the Turkish area is pushing back. Time to check out the global warming map. As well, more and more areas of the United States will be sinking. And the alternate future map is genuinely getting smaller. And Brazil has sunk a lot, and all of Indonesia has sunk, and eventually Brazil and the Americas will fully sink. And eventually, Africa will be sinking greatly, as more and more areas across the world will be sinking. People can't handle it, but he is preventing, Alex Einstein himself is preventing his empire from sinking. And until he doesn't, because I will be, from now on, moving the war layers to here. As I'll just be using this. So whatever this is, no, it's on the main layer. Alternate future is ending. And that is actually going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this short episode of this World War. See you in the next episode, where we'll look at the continuation of World War V, and wait. Actually, don't leave. We're continuing. Because, Alex Einstein is going to be pushing greatly in the Middle East. Yeah, and as he will be taking a bunch of this area, he will be forcing tsunamis with his machines throughout the entire world, and he will be slowly destroying this empire as more and more people could just be gone. And then he invades the Trash Empire on accident. And well, yeah, he decides to get invaded by the Trash Empire. As the Trash Empire does very well against Alex. Yeah. And then he will be getting pushed back greatly. Yeah. And then he will do one final push for the episode. He'll be swarming up the world, and well, he will be greatly destroying it. And that is actually going to do it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Alternate Future of the World. See you in the next episode, and bye.